Alright, I'm back, YouTube. So, it's recently come to my attention that, my good pal Dragonball Meta, aka Danny D-Rose, or Shadow Wolf 21457, I think that's what he calls himself now. Whatever. Um, he's recently done a post, explaining why the Oob having God Key twist in the Moro saga didn't make any sense when Toyotaro did it, and some guys trying to argue against that, and he made a counter to that argument, and I thought I'd look into it and give my 2 cents on it, since I'm a huge fan of the Boo saga. Now, you're probably also wondering what I thought of the Moro saga, and you honestly shouldn't be, because I've already expressed that I thought the Moro saga was crap so far, and the ending didn't change my opinion. In fact, it kind of made it worse. Goku already can control Ultra Instinct at will. I felt we should have, as much as a Goku fan I am, I feel like that should have been something we saved for, I don't know, like 2 more sagas later. And now Vegeta can pretty much do some of the techniques that Goku can, like instant transmission and his Force Spirit Vision. I've already said that it's kind of similar to the Spirit Bomb, especially when he grabs like all the energy of the other people and makes into a giant ball of energy. So basically, it is the Spirit Bomb, and it doesn't help that he's ripping off the Boo saga, which again is my favorite saga, and it's just so many other problems. It's so dumb. So yeah, I do not think the Moro saga is a good one. It's, I mean, people can call me a contrarian. I really don't care. And honestly, it's at the point where I kind of hope that Toei doesn't adapt this one. I prefer this to be a manga exclusive, so we could just say this came out of Toyotaro's own idiocy. But let's get into the topic at hand, shall we? Okay, so after the guy made the claim that there was no evidence that God Key weakens Boo, and yes, and from what I've heard, Toyotaro is trying to say that God Key and God Power aren't the same thing, in which case he's an idiot, because Key and Power are the exact same thing in Dragon Ball. Okay, so Dragon Ball Meta's pretty much argument was this. The problem with the above assertion is that it's simply other souls that tamed Boo in general, and that there's no real indication that anything beyond the Daikaioshin being super nice is what changed Boo. This is not so. For one, the manga actually stated that it was the souls he devoured through absorption that tamed him. The reason that's important is because the beings he absorbed who were not the Kaioshin had no such effects. When he absorbed Gotenks, Piccolo, Gohan, he gained their power. He gained their ki, their energy, their minds, and memories were to his use. Even their intellects, but notice that what did not happen. He did not become unnecessarily goofy when powered by Gotenks. He did not gain the serenity of Piccolo/Kami, and he was utterly unfazed by Gohan's kind-hearted, pacifistic nature. And yeah, that is true. When Boo absorbed all those people, he did get smarter and more powerful, but he was still rather malevolent. And I'm referring to like Super Boo and Kid Boo. Well, not so much Kid Boo because Kid Boo was pure, but you get what I mean. I mean, when he absorbed those people, his personality, as far as him being smarter and more refined, that changed, but his wicked nature didn't. So yeah, he's good. He's got a point so far. Further, when the good Boo, the one that was most resembled the Daikaioshin, was subdued, when the spirit was kept isolated and imprisoned, Boo became stronger and more feral. Not completely, not fully, as he wasn't fully separated, but his power was also less hindered. When that Boo was fully removed from him, it also worth noting that this Boo immediately reverted to his true form, and Kid Boo had little effort in suppressing and even expelling the influence of the South Kaioshin alone. Furthermore, when the good Boo was loose inside the mind of his seemingly stronger Boo, he actually managed to cause Boo severe pain inside his head, enough for Boo to forcefully expel him. All the above seems to pretty heavily indicate the godly ki of the Kaioshin affected Boo in unique ways. But let's look even beyond that for a minute. Given how ki works in Dragon Ball, it is a combination of body and spirit. What Toyoto's explanation is implying is that, for one, Boo somehow kept the Daikaioshin's ki and even spirit within him without it influencing him at all, and Good Boo only got to keep the body. Or that Good Boo has the body and spirit of Daikaioshin within him, just somehow not the ki. Period. Yeah, I have to agree with that. That really does not make any sense. Because if Kid Boo has the key of the Grand Supreme Kai or the Daikaioshin, he would be less feral and less dangerous and somewhat nicer. Or if it's going to be Boo, then he should have a little bit more of that power. But no, he doesn't. I mean, in fact, it made him weaker. So, even in this scenario, the presence of the body and spirit inside Good Boo would allow that ki to have been restored over time. Neither of these cases allow for this element of Toyotaro's plot to actually be feasible without directly ignoring how some of the most basic principles in Dragon Ball work for the sake of the plot twist. It's not the first time Toyotaro has done this, and it won't be last, because the man's a hack. Yeah, I couldn't put it better myself. This isn't the first time we've seen Toyotaro contradict how Dragon Ball works with how time travel works. The way he over-explained it, it kind of contradicts how time travel worked, and basically made how you can't time. If it worked on Toyotaro's rules, it wouldn't work. I mean, it just really shows that Toyotaro really needs to think these things through. Let's be real. He's not going to, because he's not that great of a writer. I honestly think that we should replace Toyotaro and get a writer who better understands Dragon Ball, and they could follow the guidelines of Toriyama, and we'll get back on track with the story, the characters, and make Dragon Ball in the manga actually interesting, which it hasn't been since. Well, now I wouldn't say interesting. It hasn't been good since the Battle of God Saga, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think. Do you also agree that Toyotaro messed up with this whole Oob having God Ki twist? Do you think that he should also be fired and replaced by someone else? Let me know in the comment section. I'll catch you guys later.